So we will take care of display processor. We are going to discuss display processor. In this, you can easily see the interpreter or piece of hardware that converts display processor code into pictures. Okay, so you have display memory. In that memory, some code or the scene is in coded format. Okay, in the object, the scene that you want to take or present over display, or you want to show display, then that will be in coded form in file memory, and that is converted or interpreted into display. So it is a hardware, we can say, required to display. So in that, display controller is there, display generator is there, display console is there. Console is the part where you actually see the portion. Display controls all the operations required to display, and the generator generates the part or scene or objects according to the requirement. Okay, so basically three main parts are there, but total four parts combinedly we can say. So each and every we are going to discuss how many parts in display processor. To show the part of scene or the complete image or scene to a display screen, you need this four parts. Okay, generally these four parts are required. So these four parts are performing what they are doing. In display file memory, this first part you seeing here, the storage part. So it is used to generation of the picture. It is used for identification of graphic entities. Okay, in file memory, the the data that is stored and is required to display. So it is generated according to the display requirement. So file memory is that, storage part is there. Now display controller, it controls the operation of the display device. These operations may be handling interrupts, maintaining timings, and used for interpretation of instructions. Okay, so those operations that are required to control for the display devices. So display controller is there, which controls actually controlling all the operations. And display generator is what? It is used for generation of characters. It is used for generation of curves. So actual generator is what? Actually, because we have already seen this line that it is used for generation of the picture. Okay. So display file memory is what? It it stores the part which is required to, or the data that is finally required to display. But mainly the description or the in a we can say display requirement for generating this generator is used. It is used for what? Character generation of characters, curves. So characters and curves are generated through this generator. Display console, it is what? It contains CRT. You can easily understand what is CRT: light pen, keyboard, and deflection system. Okay, so main part where the all objects or the scene or the curves or characters, whatever the portion in scene is required to display, this portion shows, this portion represents, this portion gives the platform to present. Okay, so these are main parts: file memory, controller, generator, and console. So see this, you have input devices, keyboard or mouse are devices. On the system bus, the connection, this is connector, this connects your IO devices to CPU, display processor, and system memory management. System memory. So this memory is system memory. So your CPU is connected to the system bus to your input output devices, the system memory, okay, and the display processor. Display processor is what? This display processor. So the display processor is further connected display memory. So this is display memory. Okay. Now in display memory there is a frame buffer. Frame buffer is what? It is a buffer where the uh, scene pixel values. Suppose an object or a scene that you want to display or monitor here. So that first generated, controlled, and then stored in memory, but in frame buffer. And this frame buffer gives this value, or the value that is stored in frame buffer, to the video controller. Okay, so video controller is a controller that takes the value from frame buffer and converted it into according to the monitor display or the display device. Okay, so these in frame buffer, the values will be in pixel format. Okay, in pixel format, and these each and every pixel have some coordinate and their intensity value. Okay, what is pixel? Pixel is a coordinate x, y, and having some intensity. Some value will included in this. Okay, so intensity at x, y is pixel. So number of pixels will be stored in frame buffer, and these are taken by video controller and given to display screen or monitor. Okay, so it is actually converting into a analog signal, so that this monitor will show the scene or object. Okay, see what it is. It is the basic to represent the scene or image or part. Like we have taken, we have to consider two registers x and y. Okay, so x and y starting from 0 to their max value. Okay, so suppose x initial value and y is initial value 0, and x will move to maximum value x max, and y's maximum value will be y max. Okay, so initially what is going to do, what is the action? So initially we will consider, or the phenomena will consider, that x will be 0 and y will be y max. That means we are starting from this point, because it is 0 0 according to the concept. So 0 0 looks like here. Okay, it is this point, but y max will be here, this left upper corner, and y is max. At the same time x will be 0. So at this point, the left most or upper side, x will be 0, y will be max, y max. Okay, so starting from x 0, y max, and move the first line. How? This x register is set to 0, y register is set to y max, so that we can start from this point. Okay, and x will now increase to 1 2 3. That means x will move to this direction, but y will remain same. So that means the first line is scanned. The first line is scanned through this method. Okay, because what we are going to do in this concept, we are going to, first line is scanned, and then second line is scanned. How it looks like this, like this, the first line, the second line, the third line. Okay, we will categorize it cluster or random next, but first we will feel the concept. So x you have taken 0, y you have taken y max. Why? Because you have to start from this point. Okay, if you are taking 0 0, then you see that your x and y will start from this lower point, lower left point. Okay, but our screen is
हेलो
going to, yes, hello,
सर
हाँ बताओ बेटा।
सर वॉइस आपकी क्लियर नहीं आ रही बीच बीच में सर
अभी
वॉइस गड़बड़ हो जा रही है आपकी बीच बीच में
अच्छा ठीक है, देखो नेटवर्क इश्यू है बेटा, क्या किया जाए। अभी क्या, अभी क्लियर है?
यस सर हाँ सर इस टाइम क्लियर है
ओके, तो अभी ये समझ में आया ना कि वी आर टेकिंग x इक्वल टू 0, y इक्वल टू y max y, बिकॉज वी वांट टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट, द अपर पॉइंट।
यस सर
ओके, तो हमारे पास दो रजिस्टर होंगे x एंड y. यू कैन सी दिस डायग्राम, x रजिस्टर, y रजिस्टर. ओके, सो यू आर टेकिंग वैल्यूज फ्रॉम x एंड y, एंड x कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगा, y कहाँ से स्टार्ट होगा, कहीं से भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हो, वी आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 0x and y max. Okay, so that means we have started from this upper point, upper left point. Clear? Movement कैसे होगा? x की वैल्यू बढ़ाएंगे तो लाइन हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन होगा और y के लिए वो सेम रहेगा। अब y को नीचे डाउन करना है, हम नीचे नेक्स्ट फर्स्ट लाइन पढ़ेंगे, फिर सेकंड लाइन, फिर थर्ड लाइन, ठीक है, इस तरह से स्कैन करेंगे। तो उसके लिए हमें x क्या लेना है, x को हमें 0 लेना है और फिर मूव कराना है 0 टू x मैक्स, बट y को स्टार्टिंग में ही y मैक्स लेना है और जब एक लाइन स्कैन हो जाएगी देन फॉर नेक्स्ट लाइन वी हैव टू डाउन y 1 पॉइंट। क्लियर? So we have two registers x and y. We are taking values in x, y and giving these values in frame buffer. Okay, so that it can be in memory mapped into memory for the pixel positioning. ये frame buffer में जाएगा, frame buffer में pixel registers होंगे और वहाँ से ये color lookup table में जाएगा ताकि हर एक पिक्सल के लिए उसके 3 कंपोनेंट है, रेड, ग्रीन, ब्लू, उनकी वैल्यूज, उनकी इंटेंसिटी को देखा जाए और फिर मॉनिटर पर उसको किस तरह से शो करना है, हॉरिजॉन्टल या वर्टिकल डिफ्लेक्शन के थ्रू दिखाना है। और उसके बाद फिर से हमें यही प्रोसेस रिपीट करना है ताकि हम टॉप लेफ्ट से नीचे बॉटम राइट तक इस चीज़ को स्कैन करें। ठीक है, तो एक सीन हमें उसका एक सीन बनेगा। ठीक है, तो ये this is very good art, you are doing graphics very good. So what the display devices we can easily see, the cathode ray tube CRT is there, and nowadays plasma, flat panel or number of color CRT monitors are there. So these are the devices where we can see our result or where we can see the display. So first of all, the basic is CRT. You all are familiar with the CRT. So no need to describe much more, but yes, a general description is that this is the connection for connecting this CRT, and electron gun gives the penetration or generating the electrons. Okay, and these electrons are contacted with the phosphorus or impact with the phosphorus. When these electron is striked on phosphorus, they are making a reaction, and with phosphorus it is generating some light. Okay, so electron plus phosphorus gives some light, and the particular position, if it is colliding, the electron is collided with the phosphorus layer, this gives a light, that means it is a pixel, this giving some intensity at some coordinate. So a control grid controls this electron gun. This means number of electrons can be controlled by this control grid. Okay, it can control means electron beam can be, number of electrons can be restricted, the electron can be flowed in more numbers or it can be lower in numbers with the help of this controlling grid. Okay, now focusing system does what? It is making the strength of the controlling the strength of the electron. So focusing is done by this focus system. Now this is deflection system, x direction or y direction. So x and y makes this positioning x y coordinate at the screen where your electron will strike on the phosphorus is controlled by x and y deflection. Okay, so this is a general description cathode ray tube, and this gives the phenomena of, you can easily understand what is pixel. Pixel is the xy direction, and the intensity is the light generated by phosphorus and electron reaction. Okay, so we have two types of scan display, one is raster and another is a random. So in random, the randomly selected objects means lines or pixels are drawn randomly. Okay, first of all, the object is selected, the line are calculated and selected, and then electron beam is only drawing that particular portion, and the extra part or the remaining part of the display device is not changed. That is not any influence cannot be made. That means only the part, suppose a triangle is required to draw, so only this beam is drawing the pixel or the line for this object. That is already calculated, this calculation is done, and we have to make this triangle. But extra part, that means other portion of the display is not changed, that not be influenced. So only the object is drawn in this. Okay, how it is looks like that your input output devices and system bus, your CPU is connected, already seen this architecture, your system memory is there, and display processor. But display processor gives this to the monitor, and the in display processor the arrangement is like that only previously calculated object code is now transferred to the monitor. Okay, so in this we are not moving like this, that each and every time we are moving the scanning line. Okay, so randomly selected pixel or lines are only drawn. What are the advantages? If we are not taking maximum portion of the display, only the portion that is required to draw is selected. That means it will take minimum time. So resolution will be high because beam is striking or penetrating continuously, and that makes resolution high. And of course the drawing will be smooth because it's already calculated, and penetration is there. So electron beam directed only to the part of the screen that I already told you, only the calculated portion or the required object is drawn in this. Okay, the remaining portion of the display is not touched. So random scan monitoring cannot display realistic sighted scene. Okay, because only the selected portion is displayed, so it is a like some artificial portion. So raster scan display, what we are going to do here, T is not written. You have to assume this T. Sorry for this, because television is written. Television in your house. Okay, television is a example of raster scan. What raster process of rastering? The main is that in raster scan display, we are not randomly selecting the object. The process is fixed, that it is started from first the horizontal line, first line, but started from top left corner. So top left corner, the first line is scanned. This beam is on through this starting x to the x max. Okay, and at this point, at the end of x max, your the beam is off. Okay, so this pointer is off and move to the starting point of next line. Next line means if it is y max, then it will be y max minus 1. Okay, so next line will be selected like this, but pointer from this x max, the last point of x, to the next line is make off, it is not on. But when starting from the next line, it is get on and completed horizontal this line. And again, when the pointer control comes the third line, during this, from this point to this, it is off, and next line starting third line, it becomes on. So likewise, first line, second line, third line, till the last scan line, it is traced. So every term, suppose we want to draw a triangle like in the previous random scan, the process is same. The first line will be scanned, the second line will be traced, and whenever the object point will be there, the value of the beam will be on 1. Okay, it will be high, the intensity of that point will be high, so that there will be a portion of triangle will be displayed. Okay, so in this pattern is fixed. The trace is from top to bottom, left to right, line wise. So each and every time this sequence is followed. So it is a raster scan or scan conversion, we can say. Okay, this is a fixed process in the raster scan. While if you see in random scan, there is a no provision to start from which side. It can start from one coordinate and make some line or make portion. So line segments and portion can be drawn randomly. There is no fixed process. Okay, and some advantage of this and some disadvantages of this. So what are the advantages of raster? That means this process, if you are doing like this, what are the advantages? We will see. But before that, we have to also see the architecture, how it is going to perform. Likewise, that your input output device is connected with the CPU and the memory through the what system bus, through the system bus like this. Your IO devices are connected with CPU memory with this system bus, and display processor is also there. So now it is drawing like this, but display controller, you can see this is the part of display processor. So in this, main task is what? The keyboard and mouse is giving some feed in through input port, you are taking some portion. Okay, but first in memory a buffer is taken, and that input is taken into buffer, like we have discussed here, frame buffer. This, okay, this is a display processor, display controller in this, and the frame buffer is also in this memory, display processor memory. You have four parts: display memory, display controller, display generator, display console. So display controller is connected in this, so we can assume here. Okay, display processor to this. So it is completely, four components are one. This display processor and display memory is completely one portion. Okay, so in this case, raster case, what display processor is going to do? Main part is display controller in this case, but it is combinedly we can say display processor. In display processor, frame buffer, a reference buffer is there, and the scene is first arranged according to the phenomena. First line, horizontal line, then second horizontal line, the third horizontal line. Okay, the fourth horizontal line from starting x0 to x max. But here you can see the value is 1. So this object t is actually, it is t. So the character is t. So where the object is there, the value of the being or penetration will be high. So it is here 1 because it's a binary representation. So if there is a value 1, if there is no value, that means 0. Okay, so it is t, your t is converted into frame like this, and this frame is given to the monitor. Okay, so this is binary format, digital format, and it is given into a signal, video signal or the analog signal. So video controller is there to do this. So this frame is now taken and given to the this display. Okay, so this complete part you can assume this here, the upper part, it is arrangement of display processor, and the frame buffer is there, refresh buffer is there. Why we are saying refresh? Because after some seconds the buffer, the complete frame is changed, or it can be changed or it can be same, but again given to the input to the display, so that the portion for the particular time can be displayed. Okay, if suppose sometime it is changed, then display can be changed. So rate is to communicating this to input to the display device. So in this we need a buffer where we are already making this scenario and then displaying the display, giving to the display. Okay, while in the previous one only randomly segments which are selected, the pixels are selected, are drawn directly to the beam. Okay, so if you are now understanding these points, then we can easily ask you, I want to ask you the difference or the two display formats, scans, the random scan or raster scan. Okay, so now it's your time. So our we have already discussed this raster scan display, and in this what we are following, we are tracing the lines horizontally top to bottom. Okay, so again we can do one thing, that our this process of tracing or retracing this horizontal line, then first horizontal line, then second horizontal line, the third horizontal line. What we can do, if we left one line between the first and third, again third, between third and five, we left this fourth. That means scan first, then move to the third line, then retrace third and move to the fifth line. That means we are not using second or the this fourth. So one line we are not using, not taking consideration like this. So each line is considering in this portion, and in the right direction you can see that first line and then third line, then fourth, fifth line, and similarly the odd numbers. And in next time, the second line, the fourth line, the sixth line. So likewise we can also proceed the scanning. Okay, so one example, one method is to scan each and every line from top to bottom, vertically scanning. First horizontal line, then vertically down, second horizontal line, then one vertically down. So each and every line we are considering. In the second case, what we are doing, we are not considering the next line. The first line is considered and left the second line and move to the third line. So even odd numbers first be selected, and in the next case even numbers we are going to scan. Okay, so these two arrangements we can apply in raster scan. Okay, so this is non-interlacing. The first case is non-interlacing. This left side is non-interlacing, and this is interlacing. Interlaced means you are not considering one line between two considered lines. Okay, so the first case in interlaced, this is interlaced, the right side is interlaced, this image. Each horizontal line of the screen is transformed to, sorry, it is not right, non-interlaced. The first scanning is, it is written wrong, that first scanning, the first means interlaced. Okay, so it is written wrong. What I am telling, that if you are going top to bottom, each and every horizontal line is considered, this is called non-interlaced. And if you are not considering the even number line first time and second time, the odd number lines are not selected. So this process is interlaced. Okay, so I will correct in this these lines into the PPT. I think this I have already sent to you. Okay, so if you already take this, you people have to rectify and correct this. Okay, first you write only what you have to do. You have to first write non-interlaced and next write interlaced. Okay, so this correction is required. Interlaced is second and non-interlaced is first line. You can easily see in the graphic part that is interlaced. That means first line, third line, fifth line, seventh line is selected first time, and second time the second, fourth, odd lines are selected. So this is interlaced. And in progressive, progressive means what? Non-interlaced. That each line, after each line is selected. Okay, so this is image or graphically you can see. Progressive means what? Non-interlaced. Don't confuse. So what are the advantages for this raster scan? Realistic images are there, and sided part which are not actually realistic in random scan display. Here realistic images and the sided part will be realistic in raster scan. Okay, so million different colors to be generated, it is possible in raster scan. And the realistic and shadow is, overall we can say realistic images can be seen, this like realistic images can be seen in progressive or sorry, not progressive, in random raster scan display rather than random. So if we differentiate, then number of points are there, you can easily differentiate. So you people have to write the some basic points, that it produces high resolution in random or raster, which produces random produces high resolution, while low resolution in raster, it's a more expensive, it's a less expensive. Or in terms of what? Expensive. Like it is written here, disadvantages is expensive, but it comparatively, if you are arranging complete setup, it becomes less expensive rather than random scan. Okay, don't confuse this expensive because I have written here expensive, but completely if setup is you have done, then complete setup is less expensive. Any modification if needed is easy. Yes, modification is tough because you have to move from top to bottom each and every pixel, while in randomly only the vector pixel, only the selected portion is required to modify. So modification is easy in random. Solid pattern is tough to fill. Okay, solid pattern means the filling or the portion that you want to fill is if these patterns are solid, then it is typical or difficult to fill. Okay, coloring or boundary filling is the portion we will deal. That means filling portion or boundary filling is that we will deal in next segments, next lectures. Coming lectures we can say refresh rate depends on the resolution. Refresh rate does not depend on the picture. So in if we comparatively see, these are not give that it is better or it is less better. Okay, so refresh rate depends on resolution, so that's why we are not compare with on the basis of refresh rate. Only screen with view on areas displayed. It's already told that only the required object or the area which is required to display is selected, while in complete screen is scanned and retraced. It does not interlace method because it is randomly selected in random. So interlacing, what is interlacing? This portion interlacing on progressive or non-interlacing is only selected in the raster case. Okay, so you can left one line blank in raster which is not in random because it's already randomly selected. It is restricted to line drawing application versus it is suitable for realistic display. As we know that realistic images can be created in raster scan, so it is better to use raster if you want to make clear you want to realistically clear display. Now these are the uh, discussion of raster and random we have completed. Now next are the some the terminologies we can say or the small points which we will face number of times throughout this course. So if we say what is resolution, so number of pixels are resolutions, but if we define resolution, the number of pixels which are not overlapped on the display, that is resolution. Okay, so one electron is striped on phosphorus screen gives some light or some intensity, that is pixel. Okay, this, so the number of pixels we calculate number of pixels. Likewise, combinedly they gives that is it's a resolution. But same time you have to take care that if one pixel is overlapping another pixel, then don't calculate two pixels. Only one pixel is calculated. So overlapping is not required. So we can say number of pixels which are not overlapped and required to display for image is the resolution. We can also define that row number of rows and number of columns are resolution. You can easily see x into y. See the property of your computer, right click and see the property of computer, you will say resolution. That means how many rows, how many columns are there. Your screen is divided number of rows and number of columns, but actually they are representing the pixels. Okay, so each row in each column presenting the pixel. So resolution is the number of pixels. What is aspect ratio? If you are finding a ratio between the width and height, okay, width and height of the display, then it gives an aspect ratio. That means it is a comparison between the x or horizontal or vertical scene. Okay, for the time the light or the pixel is persisted on the phosphorus is the persistence. Okay, how they continue to emit light after the electron beam is removed. Okay, it is again the time the light or that intensity is remains there, it is not off. So consider that duration. That duration is says that yes, that particular time your electron, when electron strikes to the phosphorus and the light is on, so becomes emits light. So the duration of light emits, but your beam electron beam is not there. Okay, so that is persistence. Again, the term is that we are using for transmission, that is bit rate and baud rate. Okay, transmitting. So if we are measuring the suppose number of bits are transmitting particular second, that is bit rate. It may be kilobytes. That means number of kilobytes are transmitting per second. Okay, so it is a, we can easily say this is the rate of passing bits per unit time. Okay, so bit rate is this. The bits are transferred from one location to another. So this number of bits are transmitted from one location to another per second is bit rate. N bits are transmitted from one location to another per second is bit rate. It may be kilobyte, it may be megabyte, etc. And what is baud rate? Baud rate is a collection of bit. Okay, you can easily see from this formula. Bit rate is a baud rate into number of bits per baud. So baud is what? Baud is a segment of bits. Suppose 8 bits, we are saying a baud for 8 bit. So if 8 bits known as one baud, so baud is transmitted from one location to another location per second. It's a baud rate. Okay, so particular sequence of bits or segment of bits are transferred from one location to another location per unit time is baud rate. Or bauds are transferred from one location to another location per second is baud rate. What is baud? Baud is a segment of bits, sequence of bits. Number of bits are collected in baud. So directly or indirectly, we can also consider that baud rate is by some way it is a bit rate. Okay, but because we are taking number of bits in baud, so that's why we say signal. This baud is known as signal. So particular signal is transmitted from one location to another location is baud rate. Okay, so differentiate bit and baud. If someone is saying baud rate, that means signal or the number of bits at a particular time are transmitted, while in bit rate one bit is considered. How many bits? Particular bit is considered in that case. In baud rate, a particular baud, that means number of bits at one time, number of bits collectively, that 8 bit is shifted from one location to another location in this particular time. Next 8 bits are transmitted in the particular unit time. This calculation is likely. Okay, so transmission of bits from one location to another location, transmission of bits from one location to another location is considered in two types. This is actually transmission rate. Okay, so this is all about. So I'm going to stop at this point, but some questions, or if you have some doubt, ask. Okay, to start.